What is going on, guys? So coming at you today finally with my update Cyber Dragon deck. So this deck is an OTK deck. It's just really fun to play, and I'm just waiting on Naster was confirmed. So Naster is the level 1 Cyber Dragon monster that can special summon itself by discarding a monster. And then when he's normal or special summon, he gets special summon level 5 Cyber Dragon from the graveyard. So that can be the fusion monster or the Cyber Dragon itself. So it's a really good card, and I've shown what cards I would take out in place of this when it does come out. But without further ado, let's get into the deck. This deck is just so much fun, and it's so OP. And as current all the current way the yokes are going, it seems like all the next sets are getting legacy support in a way. Cybernetic Horizon has Cyber Dragons. Does Savage Strike have something? I'm not sure. The new one has Destiny Heroes. What's the new one called? Dark Neostorm has Destiny Heroes. So hopefully then we're going to get a few more GX supporters, because GX support is just, I don't know, GX was like, just as a kid, it's my childhood, you know, you have to kind of get support for that. So anyway, let's stop talking about crap. So Cyber Dragon, he can special himself if there's no other monsters on the field, or yeah, so no monsters on your side of the field. Any Cyber Dragon, you have to run 3, same as all the OGs, you have to run 3 of each. Then we have 3 Galaxy Soldier. Galaxy Soldier is another 3 of. Well, a lot of people are actually running that at 2, but I still find Galaxy Soldier is pretty good. The fact that I can search himself. And you want to see him in your first hand, especially if you want to go for Nova or Affinity. So basically what you do is discard a light monster and special summon him in defense position, and then you can search another one of himself to your hand and then do the same thing. I think that's how you get your Nova or Infinity. But it's still probably one of the best ways to get out Nova or Infinity. Then we have 3 Core. Core is just the core of the deck. He's needed. So basically, if he's normal summon, you can add a Cyber Spell or Trap card to your hand, which basically means he searches out everything in the deck. He's your searcher. And then if you control no monsters, you can banish this card from the graveyard, special one Cyber Dragon from the deck, and you can only use his effect once per turn. But he's still a really good card. Then we have Hertz. Hertz was the one that came out in Cybernetic Horizon as well. So he becomes Cyber Dragon on the field graveyard, and if you special summon, you can make his level become 5, and then if it's sent to the graveyard, you can add another Cyber Dragon from your deck to your graveyard, or deck or graveyard to your hand. So basically what you do is normally you normal summon Cyber Dragon Hertz, and you can get rid of it with things like Linkuriboh, and then get his effect based on that kind of thing. So yeah, the cards are going to be all over the place, sorry. And then we have Cyber Dragon Veer. So this is the first time I'm actually running this card. If you look at my older deck profiles, I don't actually run this card. So basically what he can do is, if this card becomes Cyber Dragon while it's on the field of graveyard, and if you normally special summon a Cyber Dragon, he can special summon himself out again. Then I still run Cyber Eltanin. I just feel like Cyber Eltanin is just one of those really good cards. The fact that he can wipe the board and special summon himself by banishing all the light monsters from the graveyard and gain attack based on that. He's just a game ender. Then the one Jizukiru, just to get over kind of problematic stuff your opponent might have. If he has a Borreload Sword, you just get rid of it. Give him a big monster, fair enough, but then you can always fusion away Jizukiru with your Chimera Tech, which isn't too bad. And then lastly, I'm running 3 Effect Veiler to swap out the Impermanence, because this deck really, you do kind of want to run their trap card, which is something Impermanence anyway. But it's a trap card that basically negates a monster's effect on the field. So Effect Veiler does basically the exact same thing. Has to be on your opponent's turn, that's the only thing, and it's a trap card, so it can be used, you know what I mean. Effect Veiler is kind of stuck to just your turn. But still, it's a good kind of change for that card. Now there's a few things, like obviously you can change, you know, you can take bits out, take things out here and there, and either when Naster does come out, and I'll do an update on that when it does come out. But it won't be for a while, I think, because I don't think it actually releases for a while. Then we're running the 3 Cyber Emergency, definitely a must have in the deck. It searches out, add 1 Light Machine type monster that cannot be normal summoned to set, or 1 Cyber Dragon monster from your deck to your hand. So it searches out your Cyber Dragon, or it searches out like Eltanin and stuff, if you wanted to. And then if it's ever negated, you just get to basically do it again. You know, your opponent, there'd be no point for your opponent to actually negate it, because you're just going to do it again. Next, we have 3 Machine Duplication. So basically what you do is you use this on Core or Hertz, and what you do is target a machine type monster and then special summon 2 monsters from your deck with the same name as that monster. So because they're Cyber Dragon on the field, you get to special summon your 2 Cyber Dragons. But even if like your opponent has something like Skill Drain on the field, you get 2 Core or 2 Hertz, whatever you want, that kind of way, and go into your Link monster and stuff like that. Then I'm still running 3 Overload Fusion. Overload Fusion and your, what's it called now? Your Saber Dragon Seeger just still works really well. I mean, you go for your Link summon, you go for Seeger, and then you go for Overload Fusion to special summon your Overload. Is that his name? So bad with names today for some reason. It's still really early. Rampage, sorry, Chimera Tech Rampage, and then you OTK your opponent like that. Still like that little thing. And then we have a Saber Repair Plant. I'm going to move all this stuff up for a second if this one will go up as well. So messy today. So, Saber Repair Plant, if a Saber Dragon's in the graveyard, you get to add a Light Machine type monster from your deck to your hand, or target a Light Machine type monster to grab a shuffle in the deck, but you don't ever really use that effect. Then I'm using 2 Saber Load Fusion, so obviously you can change, get rid of one of them. You can get, the reason they work well is because Overload Fusion. So Overload Fusion, you banish your monsters, and then Saber Load Fusion can take those banish and fusion them again, put them back in the deck or the graveyard. Shuffle the fusion material list back into the deck. Okay, so you know what I mean. So it's a handy little kind of number there. Then we're running 2 limit removal because that's what it is on the ban list, and it just works really well with the deck. I mean, a normal Saber Dragon is becoming 4200, which is crazy, and the fact that they can already get up to insane amount of attacks. Like you can already boost their attacks, but Seeger attacks a Saber Dragon by 21 anyway, so he's becoming 42, and then again you're getting 84 nearly. So you know it can get crazy attacks. That's how you're going to OTK. Then still with Saber Rev system, the one of, because you can still search it. I mean, a lot of people run 3, and it's probably a good idea to run 3, but it's just got so expensive now that 1 still works fine. It's still searchable. You still get to special. It's just basically a monster reborn for Saber Dragons. Then I'm running the 1 Insta Fusion to go for Chimera Tech Rampage Dragon and go for your Nova if that is the case. If you're not doing so good, you know, it's just in case shit happens. That's why. If you added, you know, you can go for your Rampage and go for that way. The 1 Foolish Burial to get your Hurts into the graveyard. Or even your Core. I mean, you can banish Core if you have no monster in the field, especially with a yoke like that. Then the 1 Power Bond. Power Bond's still a really, really strong card. Like I said before, like with the double attacks, this can make something like Saber Twin Dragon, 56? So... You know, and then you're using something like Limit Removal, making it 10,000s. You know, it's 11,200, is it? Something like that. Anyway, but then you have Soul Charge, especially when loads of monsters from the graveyard, Monster Reborn. I mean, if you have your 3 Saber Rev systems, you probably don't need to run these 2. But it's up to you. And then the 1 new card I'm running now, it's not new. It's new to me because I never used it before. But banish Saber Dragons with different levels from your hand, face up field or graveyard, and destroy that an equal number of opponent's cards. If this card in the field is destroyed by an effect of a Saber spell, if destroyed by a card effect, add 1 Saber spell from your deck to your hand. So just even if you put it down, set it as bait, you're going to still get your Saber Emergency or so whatever Saber Rev system and search it that way. So that's it for the main deck. Pretty not old, but pretty that's kind of basically what a lot of people are running at the minute. And if they're running anything else, I don't understand how they could get the consistency, you know. So the extra deck will run 2 Chimera Tech Mega Fleet Dragons, so still one of my favourite artworks. But basically what he does is he stops all your extra links, or he's not like that. There's nobody extra linking at the minute, but like any extra deck monster, he gets rid of it. So you just summon your Core, Hurts, your Veer, your Saber Dragon, summon whatever you want, and then he can just get rid of it, and you're going to get a 2400 monster for nothing. Basically, you're going to get rid of 1 resource to get rid of one of theirs, and get a big boss monster on the board as well. So you know what I mean. It's not that bad. Excuse me. So you know, I mean, like, it's just a thing that Saber Dragons do. So this is a Saber Eternity Dragon. Don't go into this much because if it's 1 Saber Dragon and 2 machine type monsters. I mean, you can. I mean, if you have like Jizukiru. That you want to just fusion summon maybe of Power Bond or something, I don't know. Just don't go into it as much. Or even if you banished a couple of things like Saber Soldier or say Yoki Bob Soldier, Galaxy Soldier, and you go Saber Load Fusion. Still, I mean, bad names, but you can fusion summon it that way. So if you have a machine type fusion monster in the graveyard, your opponent cannot target this card with card effects. Also cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. If the fusion summon card you control is sent to the graveyard by an opponent's card effect, you can special 1 Saber Dragon from your hand, deck, or graveyard. You can banish card from the graveyard this turn. Your opponent cannot target fusion monsters you control with card effects. So it's just a good defendy card. Then we have the Fortress Dragon to get rid of anybody using like trains is going to be a big thing. So it's going to get rid of trains. It's going to get rid of Trains will be a big thing. I mean, that's it. I think only came out like yesterday or something. The Sister Roses or whatever. Then we have Cyber Twin Dragon. Cyber Twin Dragon, it can attack twice. That's his effect. And then Chimera Tag Over Dragon. He can just attack monsters up to the number of times he's been fusion summoned, or materials for fusion summoned. Then Rampage Dragon to destroy back row, and he can attack up to 3 times. So there's that. Let's get rid of the fusiony monsters for a second. Then we're running 2 Nova and 1 Infinity. I feel like this is just a nice ratio, just because I've never really gone into 2 Infinities, to be honest. I feel like it's just wasting the extra space, where I've gone into 2 Novas. Even if you summon your 2 Novas off Galaxy Soldier and Saber Dragon, and especially another Saber Dragon that way, you're still getting your stuff, you know, your defendy stuff. And then Infinity just is boss, you know what I mean? You can take a special monsters, you can negate effects, he's just that good. Definitely one of the best cards to ever come out as support. Then I'm running the 1 Borolo Dragon, the 1 Topologic Gumlar Dragon. So just to explain them, they're 2 Link 4s. I mean, this deck doesn't find it too hard to go into Link 4s because you're constantly spamming stuff. So, I mean, you can take these out for anything you want, really. If you wanted that second Infinity, if you want that, maybe just run the Boral Sword, whatever you want, if you have it. Then I'm running the 1 Seeger. Seeger's just a big card, and it just looks amazing. It's just, it becomes Cyber Dragon on the field. During each battle phase, if this card is not declared an attack quick effect, you can tag a machine type monster and have it gain 2100 attack. I mean, it's just that good. Then we have Cleafor Genius. So what he does is, if you have machine duplication and you summon something like, you're able to summon him and then go for like a core and then machine dupe the core and special into the 2 zone. He points that you get to special summon level 5 or higher machine type monster from every deck as well. It's just an extra effect, as well as having 2 good link markers. And then the 1 Link Karibo, just to get rid of your hurts. To get rid of your hurts and then get his effect off that, you know, it'll work well. And when Nastor comes out, it'll become more viable as well, just to get Nastor off the field as well if he's stuck. So that's it for the video, guys. Please let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Please leave a like, comment and subscribe, and good luck.